Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Four down. Set, black 22.
Watson on first down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on second is Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
29 is Mike.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Three down. Hey,
Now Prescott forced out to his left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Hey, we're going right there.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now out comes Houston. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Here's Watson now on second down. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Set, black 22. Black 22.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Down. Black 22. Black.
On 2nd and 10, Watson.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Here we go.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Tyrann Mathieu knocks that one away. And when I'm evaluating guys in the game today, who has the best instincts, I'm not sure I put anyone ahead of him.
Really?
Yeah.
Put him up near the top?
I really do. The way that he plays, he almost doesn't have a position anymore. I don't care whether he's a safety, a corner, a nickel, a linebacker. He knows how to get around the football and make plays that affect the game.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flush to his right. Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Texans say they have it. They do. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Defense.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Hey, green the line. Green the line. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
A shotgun snap for Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
They'll go with Foreman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Down. Green, the line.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance and they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Watch safety creeping.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180. Gun.
41 Mike.
There we go. Going to 53.
Any day.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Eluding the pressure right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
3 down.
Start there, over here. Start there.
Tight dog.
26.
1st down, Prescott. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Dancing to his left. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. Flushed out right. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
47. Hey, here we go. 180.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Get out.
Credit the tackle to Peter Kalambai.
Hey, kill. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cedric Wilson, 36 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game, and that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Black 22! Black 22!
On second down, here's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Okay, Brady, I see you.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Set. Green, the line.
On first down, it's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Tight on this side, boy. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
Red. Blue 80. Blue 80.
4 down.
To the air yet again, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Prescott under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Touchdown, baby,
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2. A lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Miller. We have hit half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Now it's Wilson. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So that will push him
Automatic
back.
first down.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
You got 3 down.
Here we go, 46. Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, 4 down.
Here we go, 180. 26.
To throw is Prescott. Cooper's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. A give to Elliott. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Three down. Hey, here we go. Wide, ain't it?
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Rolling to his right. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He'll right, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do in certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, boys, we got four down. Set. Green the line. Green the line.
Here's Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, black 22.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, we set. Green.
Watson going to give this one to Miller.
Here they come, here they come, here they come. Hot, hot, hot,
Just a
hot.
1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Run.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half, seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, Sweat. Here we go. 1, 8, 26.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
3 down. 3 down. Hey, Sweat.
Back now in Houston. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here we go, 47. Here we go. 180.
We got 3.
They go to Elliott again. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Run, run, run.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
47, 47.
Check 46.
26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Under. Here we go.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of
Holding.
it.
Offense.
So on the big tight end.
Still
holding.
1st down.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
26.
Prescott yet again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Key to tight end. Down. Blue 80.
Out of the gun, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To throw on second is Watson. Underneath for Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed, because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
There we go. Wide 80.
Jam him. Jam.
Here we go. 47. Let's go, D.
Wide 50.
Throwing here, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Go to 54. Wide 80. Here we go.
Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He's back to throw.
Check four.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Back to throw. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And they'll spike it here at 27 seconds.
Check four. Red, black 22. Black 22.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And he clocks it with just 10 seconds left. And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain.
Hey, down. Blue 80.
He'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a third down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Black 22.
One last throw here for Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.